Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. Today is Friday, and today we're looking at comedy. A few weeks ago, we featured the comedy of Lenny Bruce. We've certainly looked at comedy with Homer and Jethro, Smothers Brothers, Monty Python, Saturday Night Live. And today we're going to go back to the roots. I don't say I'm a great comedian. I mean, he's turned out to be a great filmmaker, great writer. But back in the early days, he was doing stand-up with the rest of them. And I'm talking about Woody Allen. I've got an album here called Woody Allen, 1964, 1968, and it's stand-up comic. 2-album set, and it's compiled of material that was released on 3 albums back in the early 60s. Album called Woody Allen Volume 2, and the 3rd Woody Allen album, so pretty straightforward. Originally released between 1964 and 1968. Now, the albums are not available any longer. I don't even know if this one's available. When I went on the streaming network, I couldn't find anything for Woody doing stand-up. Basically, a lot of great jokes. They had some reviews of Woody's performances. Comes on with all of the force of a pint-sized, droopy, baggy-suited economics professor. Aggressively unimpressed. What else have we got? His interest in crime varies in direct proportion to how soulful he feels. Miserable looking, soft as coffee, waif in Schnook's clothing. Not some rave reviews. And these are from places like the World Telegram, the New York Sunday Times, New York Times. I don't think they really captured, or they didn't really capture the significance of what Woody was doing at this time. And he was just another stand-up comedian, but he was developing a style. And when I couldn't find it on the streaming networks, I went to YouTube again, and there's a number of different performances that he's recorded on there. And again, you can see how the persona that he was projecting later on in his early films, he was developing in his stand-up style. And there's lots of fun stuff on here. Again, to go through what any of the tunes are, or not tunes, I guess the routines are, would not probably mean a lot, but if you get a chance, go back, check out the YouTube clips. There's some great stuff on there. But a glimpse at the early work or the development of a great writer, director, performer. And to see how he started out, in the clubs working and the kind of material he was writing at that time. And again, it's all material written by Woody Allen. Now, I mentioned he's gone on to do other things since then, certainly in films. And I brought a couple of videos, probably 2 of my favorites from 2 different eras. The first Woody Allen film I actually went to, and this was back at mid-70s. I'm thinking, I'll see if there's a date on here, 1972 it is. Movie called Play It Again, Sam. Written by Woody Allen, directed by Herbert Ross. And it was actually a film based on a play Woody Allen had written and had brought to the stage in New York. I'll just read you a little bit about it here. It's the first movie he did with Diane Keaton, by the way, before Annie Hall, which obviously she won awards for here, but this is Diane Keaton's debut with Woody Allen. Film critic gets dumped by his wife. Now he's getting advice by a reoccurring hallucination, film hero Humphrey Bogart. Jerry Lacey does a great job portraying Bogart. I don't know if any of you are soap opera fans from years ago. You may remember Jerry Lacey had parts in Young and Restless back in the early 70s, I think, or maybe it was the early 80s, way back when it first started. Jerry Lacey had a part there, but his Bogart is just excellent. And that's the basic theme of the whole movie. While he's going through all these relationship crises, Bogart's there to help him, give him advice, and he's trying to emulate his hero as he progresses through the movie. A fun movie, not slapstick and crazy like maybe Bananas or some of the other 2 earlier movies might have been. We're getting into an actual, more serious, but still comedic. Now the other one, and again, this is a total turnaround from those, and I'm going to say this one's a 2011 movie written and directed by Woody Allen called Midnight in Paris, starring Owen Wilson. And listed as a romantic comedy, but it's really about Owen's discovery of Paris and how he encounters all of these people from history in the different bars at nights. And to me, it was a really interesting movie. not outrageous and ridiculous like some of the stuff may have been earlier. Certainly not in the same theme of what Play It Again, Sam was. But as he's developed a whole different style for Woody Allen, and again, a very interesting movie, really connected with this one, and certainly a nice performance from Owen Wilson in it. So we got three things. We got Woody Allen, the stand-up comedian. We got Woody Allen in his, I think this is probably about the third film he'd done. We had What's Up, Tiger Lily? We've got Bananas. We're doing Play It Again, Sam. And then we've got Woody Allen, well, I guess about 10 years ago now, with a whole different style, Midnight in Paris. So that's it for comedy. We're looking at Woody Allen today, from beginning up to later in life and how things have progressed. So it's a real interesting transition to be able to watch that from the early club dates up to the master writer-director. So if you get a chance, check them out. Again, Woody's not on the streaming networks. YouTube's your best bet to capture some of those earlier performances. And at this point, midway through October, boy, you can see the weather changing. Things are getting cool. We're rolling into winter. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Get out there and enjoy the fall. We'll see you on Monday. And until then, take care and thanks for stopping by.